Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to TìandTarot, or welcome back to TìandTarot if you've been here before. So today's reading is a little spooky themed, just in terms of the cards and the objects, okay, but not in terms of the content, so don't worry. But today's reading is all about what you don't see coming. So this is something that you're not expecting that's heading your way, and we're going to be looking into that. So let's get your cards first of all for you to choose from. Okay. So for pile 1, we have the Knight of Pentacles. For pile 2, we have the Hermit. And for pile 3, we have the Six of Swords. And for those of you who do like to pick your pile with an object, I will add those now. Okay, so for pile 1, we have some rose quartz. It has like a little streak of like grey or black in there, which is so cute. For pile 2, we have a little ceramic ghost with a love heart. And for pile 3, we have a bunny tail. There are also several other ways that you could pick your piles. So you can pick based on the energy of the pile or the number of the piles. So this is 1, 2, and 3. Or based on the numbers in the timestamps below. I could also pick for you if you like, and in that case it will be pile 1. But if you like to pick your pile with a zodiac sign, either your zodiac sign or one that resonates with you, then I will add some zodiac sign crystals to the table now. So for pile 1, we have Aries. For pile 1, we also have Virgo, Gemini, and Capricorn. For pile 2, we have Libra, Pisces, Leo, and Sagittarius. And for pile 3, we have Cancer, Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquarius. Once you have picked your pile, there will be a timestamp in the description box below for you to find your reading more easily, and I will meet you there. Bye! Okay, hello pile 1, welcome to your reading. So you chose the Knight of Pentacles and you chose pile 1 with Aries, Virgo, Gemini and Capricorn. I also want to get a few oracle cards for you as well. So I'm just going to shuffle those now for what you don't see coming. Okay, so for your oracle cards, you have the grass is greener where you water it. You also have spontaneity. You also have listen to nature with eyes closed. And you also have focus on looking after yourself. Okay, so let's also get a few more tarot cards for you. And by the way guys, at the end of the reading, there will be an opportunity for you to ask any 3 yes or no questions about this reading or about this situation that kind of comes up, or just in general. If you have like 3 questions, you can totally ask anything and see what comes out as well. Okay, I think there is a really big emphasis on you seeing things for what they truly are versus being disillusioned, especially by your own, I would say your own kind of jadedness. Not to like be rude, okay, but this is what I'm seeing. I gotta tell you what I'm seeing. But there's a big emphasis on trying to see something without looking at it directly, because you have listened to nature with your eyes closed. And with the Knight of Pentacles, he's wearing this like cover across his face so he can't see. All of these people are either looking away or down, so you can't see their eyes. But then with the Devil card, they're looking straight ahead, which is also in both of these cat cards, by the way, as well, have their eyes shut. So even this one. And it says focus on looking after yourself. Looking after yourself is another alternative way of using the word looking, like to see, but not actually meaning that. Not actually meaning to look at something directly. The only card that is looking directly at us is the Devil card, which can be about a few things. One of them being, you know, overcoming an issue you have, overcoming a hurdle that you've kind of created for yourself. So the way that I see this is that because of past experiences that you've had, you tend to be a bit jaded. And so when you go into situations that are good for you, instead of you seeing them for what they are, you see these situations as like setups or dangerous situations that aren't good for you necessarily, which isn't the truth, but that's how you see it because of the experiences you've had. And so you have a tendency with the Seven of Swords here to kind of stab yourself in the back a little bit and self-sabotage and ruin those situations. This is a habit you've had in the past. So in the past, you've always been too alert, too focused on situations, too involved, too connected to them, because you're still thinking about the past. So when you're still thinking about the past, every positive thing that comes into your life feels like a trauma, feels like an attack, when it's not. And so something that you don't see coming is your progress in this area, is you being able to overcome this situation. And it's going to unlock several doors for you. So I think this is something you are aware of about yourself, because you have the grass is greener where you water it, which implies you've been putting work and effort into potentially changing this aspect of yourself. You've been doing a lot of introspection, self-reflection, you know, looking inwardly and trying to focus on that and focus on taking care of yourself, because maybe you've self-sabotaged so many situations that you're at a point where you're like, okay, I can't do this anymore, let me stop doing that. So I can see that you're really taking care of yourself and trying to heal this area of your life, where you tend to self-sabotage and be quite jaded. And because of that, a few very interesting things are happening, a few doors are opening for you. Firstly, I see an up-leveling in your material world. Your material world is changing. The physical world around you is changing with the Devil card here. So it could be that you're finding that your lifestyle and the things that you do and the way you spend your time is changing. Your connections with people are changing. Your like physical environment, and by that I mean like the home you live in / where you spend most of your time. You know, maybe you're outdoors, maybe you like to do certain hobbies. All of that is changing in a really positive way, where you can appreciate it more and be grounded and more in the moment and start to enjoy what you have. Your outlook on life is changing, because again, you're changing your perspective. So it's making you more fun. It's making you have more fun. It's making you a more spontaneous, fun person. Because you're working really hard to change this sort of self-sabotagey thing about yourself with the Knight of Pentacles there. And it's really having a positive effect. And then secondly, some other good things that I'm seeing happening because of this change that you didn't see coming, literally. You didn't see this change. You didn't think you would be somebody who could stop self-sabotaging and who could actually go after what they want and appreciate when good things come into their life and not try and like ruin that or interfere with that, but actually accept it and embrace it and enjoy that. So this change for you is something you didn't see coming. And with that, you also didn't see this change in your material world. You also didn't see a change in the love that you have around you. So I know I'm going to interpret the Five of Cups a little bit differently here just because of the way the picture is. But this is giving to me that all your cups are filled in 4 areas of your life, but you're still wanting more. There's still something you're longing for, and you are probably like, okay, yes, I know I'm being ungrateful, I'm ignoring these 4 things, but it's something you want, and you shouldn't be ashamed of that or feel bad about that. So there's this one thing that's kind of missing from your life that you really, really want, and you don't care if that makes you look selfish or, you know, like ungrateful, because at the end of the day, why can't you have all the things you want? And so I can see that despite you feeling this way and feeling like you should just focus on your 4 filled cups and invest in that and not worry about this one empty cup, here the empty cup is in your hand. That cup that is missing is in your hand and it's filled. So there is a wish fulfillment happening here. So there's something you feel like you're lacking. It's just one thing. Like you feel like everything is perfect apart from this one thing. And that's the one thing you're given. There's wish fulfillment. And I think that even though you won't see that you've actually overcome this hurdle of self-sabotage, you won't see it in the moment, you won't know it in the moment, but once you get this one thing that you really wanted and that wish fulfillment happens, that's actually when you realize you've fixed it. You've fixed this issue that you've been having and you've overcome that hurdle. That's when you actually realize, hey, wait a minute, I've made so much progress so quickly. I've achieved so much in so little time just because I changed my perspective on situations, stopped being jaded and started saying yes to things and started saying these are meant for me and these good things are meant for me and I shouldn't push them away. So that's kind of what I'm seeing for you. Okay, the one thing you just have to remember is every time you self-sabotage, every time you let that jadedness from your past interfere with your future, you're stabbing yourself in the back. You know, you're not affecting anyone else other than yourself. So just stay true to wanting the best for yourself and it will lead you here. So you can now ask any 3 yes or no questions. You know the deal. You know how this works. Go ahead and ask your first question now and I will answer it for you. So you have negative. Go ahead and ask your second question now and I will answer it for you. You have don't bet on it. Go ahead and ask your third question now and I will answer it for you. Of course. Okay. So that was your reading pile 1. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment and subscribe. And if you felt drawn to any other piles, you know, feel free to check those out now. If not, I hope to see you here next week on Tuesdays and Thursdays for another reading on TìandTarot. Bye. Okay, hello my pile 2s. Welcome to your reading. So you chose the really cute little ghost with the love heart. And your significator card is the Hermit. And you also picked the zodiac signs Leo, Sagittarius, Libra and Pisces. Love that. And right now we're just going to be focusing on getting you some oracle cards to answer the question, what you don't see coming. And then we're also going to get you some more tarot cards as well. Also, just to let you know, there will be an opportunity at the end of the reading for you to ask any 3 yes or no questions, either about this reading or just about anything in general, you know, whatever suits you. Not sure where to put these. Yeah, I'll put these up here. So far you have be well rested. You have to plant a garden is to believe in tomorrow. You also have protection and cozy, which is so cute. I love that. Very aligned with the Hermit. And now we're also just going to get you some tarot cards for this situation as well. So we have the Empress. We have the Devil. Oh, okay. So these are all your other cards. We have the Emperor. We have the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Two of Wands. And we also have Judgment. Okay. I love that you have the Hermit here, because we're asking about, you know, what you don't see coming, what things are on their way to you. And the Hermit is literally all about not being able to see. You know, you're in the darkness, you're being guided by this light that's right next to you, and you can't see what the future is. All you know is that you're making progress, you're moving through and hoping for the best, and one day you will come out into the light again. And then that ties in really nicely with the Be Well Rested. So there's definitely an emphasis on enjoy this, enjoy not knowing right now, enjoy this moment, and try to gain as much wisdom as you possibly can right now in this like moment where you're not sure about the future. Keep investing into something, but do it in a really down low kind of way, because you've got protection and cozy, which is giving to me you're protected while you're in this I don't know phase. You're protected while you're in this hermit phase, or potentially even you're protected while at home, for some of you as well. But because cozy, I think of you being like, you know, at home, cozy, on a sofa with a blanket, you know, with a, I don't know, a hot tea or a warm hot chocolate or something. So I'm seeing you very internal, very domesticated right now. Not doing too much because there's something really important in that comfort, in you sitting there and knowing that you have peace and protection. Because what I think you don't see coming is that obviously with the Hermit there's an element of you needing to learn something, wisdom coming to you, but it can also be that you have to put effort in to gain this wisdom. Like with this Hermit card, this person is like completely stranded. They're on like this little small island of rock, and how are they supposed to navigate out of that situation? So definitely there is some mental gymnastics that you might have to do. So I can see like a little bit of hard work ahead for you, especially because we've also got the Eight of Pentacles. So I can see you like hunkering down, working on something. But the way that I interpret this card in particular, just because he's so like into what he's doing, he's really dedicated, really focusing all his attention, really being really intricate and decisive with every decision he's making, with whatever it is he's working on, focusing on. I can kind of see that this thing that you work hard on in the future is something you absolutely love, that really matters to you, that's really important to you. And I can see success and victory there, because the way she's holding the trumpet is like, she's won, she's where she is, she's succeeded, she's happy, living her best life. So there's something in the future that you're going to be working on. You might not know what it is yet, or you might have some idea. But when you're working on this thing, this card is kind of like the bare bones. Like you've got just the basics that you need in order to do this thing. And you're putting your blood, sweat and tears into it and not really knowing if it's going to work out. But then with the Judgment card, we're getting that assurance that it will, especially just in the way that it's depicted in this particular deck. So I can see there's like no need to worry at all, and to prioritize self-care and taking care of yourself and not stressing out, because it's going to end up so good for you. You're going to feel so rewarded, and like you definitely got what you deserved. You're really happy that the hard work you put in equated to an equal amount of reward in that situation. I'm really conflicted with the Empress and the Emperor here with the Two of Wands, because on the one hand, this could definitely be interpreted as you becoming the master of this thing. So this is you kind of being the amateur, being, you know, doing it for the love of it, doing something you love, doing something you care about, hoping it works out. But then this could be definitely be seen as you being now the master. You are the leader, you're the one in control, you're the one in charge, you're in the throne, you're getting the recognition you deserve. You're in a position of authority where people look to you for guidance, people look to you for wisdom on how you did it. So I can definitely see it that way. And then this is you like having that balance of being like a really good person in power. You know, you're not going to abuse that power and you're going to use it really wisely. There's definitely an emphasis on your future with like you making progress at something with the Hermit, the Two of Wands, and then you've got these like mastery cards here as well as the sort of beginner intermediate, the victory, especially the Devil card as well, because to me this is a card of victory because it's you being able to overcome, you know, bad habits, lies that have been told to you. It's you up-leveling materially as well. It speaks about your material world. So there's definitely something to do with you progressing really well at something in the future. And maybe that's what you didn't see coming or what you're doubting because you just didn't think that being at this intermediate level or beginner level, you did not think this thing would take you where it takes you. You didn't think it would take you to the top. You didn't think that. You didn't think it would bring victory to you, material success. You just had so many doubts about it. But with the Two of Wands as well, there's also an element of discovery. And yes, that can be you discovering your success in this situation, but it can also be discovery in terms of people discovering you or this thing you're interested in, this field, this community discovering you and then putting the spotlight on you, because there kind of is an element of that with the Eight of Pentacles, because the moon is so like big and bright in the background. It takes up so much of the space of this card. It's almost like it's shining a light on this person. And then you've got this big moon behind the Devil as well. Actually, there's like massive moons everywhere, but yeah. But I just feel like it's sort of indicating that this spotlight is going to be shone on you. You're going to be discovered for this talent that you have, this thing that you're interested in, that you love to do. Maybe you don't even have something you love to do yet, but that is in your future. Even if you can't see it now, that is in your future. There's something that you're going to be working on, that you're really talented at, that you get recognition for, that you get discovered for, and that you receive victory in, and you become a master of this thing. And so especially with the Hermit being well rested, being cozy and protected, you essentially with to plant a garden is to believe in tomorrow. You putting that effort in every day to try to reach your goal far in the future, but you know and understand that every day you need to put a little bit something more into it. All of that is preparing you for this thing, to keep you calm, to keep you on track, and to keep you scheduled to this success. It might even be a case of, you know, let's say this is a specific thing that you want to be successful in, and you're just hoping it will happen. With the Hermit card, that's not going to work because you need to learn something in order for it to happen for you. So it could even be a case of you needing to schedule in your planned success. So for example, let's say you work a 9 to 5 and let's say you want to, I don't know, let's just make it up. Let's say you want to learn calligraphy or something so that you can become like a professional letter writer. By the way, I don't know if that's a thing. I've just made that up. But that's the example we're going to go with. Instead of saying, okay, that's something I want to do, you're going to be like, okay, realistically, it's going to take me 4 months to learn this thing. If I want to become a professional calligrapher, then I need to do some marketing the whole way through this journey, showcasing like once a week, twice a week, the difference between, let's say you write the word believe or something. Every week you post, you know, a video or a TikTok or something, or a post on LinkedIn or something of you writing this word every single week, showing the progress. It starts off like shaky and a little bit wonky, but then eventually it goes into this really beautiful handwriting because of all the progress you're making. So you've been marketing it, people are watching, people are paying attention, which helps to get you to where you need to go in this industry. And then also each day you're scheduling in 1 hour to practice calligraphy. You put it into your calendar. You don't let anybody disturb you during this time. If it's in your calendar, you cannot be contacted. That is your time. That time is off limits. No one can contact you, and you don't stray from that. And you do 1 hour a day eventually that means you will get the results you want after those 4 months. So it could even be you being very serious, because I feel like this person is very serious about what they want. It could even be that you're wanting to be very serious, putting a lot of effort into this thing in order to ensure you actually get to this spot, you know, where you have your throne, you have your security. So you're putting in, with the Two of Wands, a lot of planning and effort in order to achieve this thing, in order to accomplish it. I don't think you're seeing that this is a future for you, or you're at the moment not seeing the success this could potentially hold for you as well. I hope that made sense for you guys. It's making sense for me, but I don't know if I articulated it that well. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm seeing. So now we're on to the part in the reading where you can ask any 3 yes or no questions about this reading or about this situation. You already know how all this works. Only take what resonates. If you don't like an answer, leave it here on the table. And go ahead and ask your first question now. Okay, so you have it could be with yes. Take that as you will. Okay, go ahead and ask your second question now. I think so. And go ahead and ask your third question now. You have not ever. Okay, so that was your reading, pile 2. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment and subscribe. And if you felt drawn to any other piles, please feel free to check those out now. If not, I hope to see you here next week on Tuesday and Thursday for another reading on TìandTarot. Bye! Okay, hello, welcome, my pile 3s. So you chose the 6 of Swords as your... significator card. I just dropped that, but that was your oracle card there. You also chose the bunny tail, and your zodiac signs were Aquarius, Cancer, Scorpio and Taurus. And right now I'm just pulling some oracle cards for you so we can get some more information on what you don't see coming, and then I will pull some more tarot cards for you as well. There will also be an opportunity at the end of this reading for you to ask any 3 yes or no questions regarding this situation, and I will try my best to answer those for you. But remember, just take what resonates, you know, anything you don't like, leave it here. And yeah, so let's get into your oracle cards for now. So you have Be Forgiving, Value Your Solitude, Wherever Life Plants You Bloom with Grace, you have Home, and you have Protection. Really interesting, because pile 2 had kind of a similar messaging in the sense that they had cozy and protection, and cozy to me is also the same as home. Because I suppose those things mean the same thing to me. So yeah, very similar machine. You might want to head over there if you know, my lighting just went, but if you were drawn to that pile. Okay lads, we're gonna crack on without the lighting because I can't get the charger right now, so So these were your tarot cards. So you have the 6 of Wands, you have the 7 of Wands, you have the King of Swords, you have the Ace of Wands, wow, lots of wand energy, and you also have the 3 of Pentacles as well. I think the primary thing that is kind of changing for you that you don't see coming is definitely a big transition, because your significator card is the 6 of Wands there, and as you can see there is like a shrouded figure taking this journey in this boat, leaving things behind, and basically seeking their rite of passage. There's a change for them. So there's a big change for you. That is the thing that you don't see coming, and it might have something to do with your home life or what you find home in. So it could literally be your physical home, like there's a big change for you in terms of your moving, and maybe finding protection elsewhere. but it can also be what you find home in as well. So for example, like there might be a specific person or a specific type of thing that you like to do that brings you a lot of comfort and peace and protection, or a person you know who provides that sense of security. And for you, this person or this hobby or this even living situation is changing for you. Especially because we have be forgiving here as well. It's kind of like you're having to leave a situation that may have done you wrong a little bit. But I think because you have here, wherever life plants you, bloom with grace. So I do see movement for you in your life. I do see a change coming. But you're going to handle it really gracefully. You're going to be really forgiving. You're going to be really independent and spend time with yourself. Not obviously leaving in a very big blow up kind of way. You're a very graceful, gracious person, very peaceful, very diplomatic. You take the high road. You're very classy. That's the vibe I'm getting from these cards. So I think you handle this situation really, really well, whatever this change is. And fortunately for you, this change brings nothing but success, according to these tarot cards here. So the sort of journey I'm seeing is that you're going to be progressing forward really nicely, really well. So you're going to find a community, a group of people who you can learn from, who you can grow with, who you work together with. There's a strong sense of teamwork here for you to rebuild what was lost. Whatever this change is, wherever you have to pick up and start again at, there is going to be a community of people that help you, a core group who are really integral to your success. And then with the Six of Wands here, there's definitely a lot of success and progress in your future, a lot of recognition as well. And this can be on a big scale, but it can also be on a more intimate scale, where you're getting recognised by individuals who love and appreciate you and want to start something new with you, because we do have these three people working on something together. So they see your potential in something, they see your value, and you all kind of want to team up to work together to bring this success about in this adventure you're going to go on. Because with the Ace of Wands, this is all about you getting inspired, all about you growing. And I do see a transition for you in terms of a glow up as well. And I don't mean like a physical glow up. I mean like a glow up in terms of your growth and your progress and the way your life is heading. So with the Ace of Wands, I see you kind of getting inspired, feeling optimistic about the future. Now that this change has happened, you're like, right, let me leave that in the past. Let me forget about that. That's done. And let me move forward with all this hope and optimism. You find this group of friends, this group of people who you work with, who help to bring about your success and your progress. And then I also see with the Seven of Wands here, another sort of message of protection again. So it's really interesting because whatever this change is, which I think has something to do with your home, has something to do with you leaving something in the past, like your lifestyle, your home life, maybe even a group or an individual. Whatever you're leaving behind, there's a strong element of protection still following you. And you've got the Seven of Wands here, especially because this person is shrouded in a sheet. It's like providing them coverage. It's protecting them from the elements and also from visibility. So there's an emphasis on that with the Solitude card here, where it's kind of indicating that in a sense you're protected in your solitude. So you're being protected by something, especially with the Seven of Wands, because there's a really strong essence of protection with that card, as well as, you know, challenges, a bit of competition. So I do think, you know, just to say that there's protection, it doesn't mean it's a smooth sailing journey and that no hurdles come up. In fact, protection can sometimes mean the opposite of that, because it means you needed protecting from something in the first place. So while I do all see these really amazing, lovely things, there will also naturally be challenges on your journey, in your path, but it's nothing you can't handle with that King of Swords there. you're natural to this. You're natural to this change. You're like a natural born leader here. You carry yourself really well, because this card has a big emphasis of like honor with it, and then you've got the grace card here. So that's why you handle this situation so well, is because you really are like on the top of your game when it comes to handling things really maturely. Otherwise you wouldn't have the King card. You wouldn't have this card that says, yes, you are the best at this. You are the best at this kind of mentality, handling mentally these struggles and these changes, these unexpected changes that kind of throw you off course. Mentally, you're really equipped to be like, and what? Let me keep pushing and go after what you want and actually progress and succeed in that as well. So I'm seeing lots of good things for you, as well as I said, that blooming, that transformation within yourself as well. But yeah, those are some of the things that you don't see coming, pile 3. Let's also get the prediction cards to get you some answers. The fortune telling cards, sorry. So go ahead and ask any 3 yes or no questions about this reading, or just about anything in general, and I will try and answer those for you now. Take what resonates and ask your first question now. Okay. For sure. You bet, for your second question. Oh my gosh, this third answer does not want to come out. Okay. Ask me closer to the time. Okay. Well, I suppose this was a reading about what you don't see coming, so there might be a reason for that. So it might be keeping you from some information, which was also kind of the vibe of pile 2. And as I said, I was feeling similar vibes to pile 2. So if you were interested, maybe go and check those out. There's probably better lighting over in pile 2, but yeah. That was your reading, pile 3. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment and subscribe. And if you were drawn to any other piles, feel free to check those out now. If not, I hope to see you here next week on Tuesdays and Thursdays for another reading on TìandTarot.